Tony, the creator of the Wedge of Doom, last year's featherweight winner. Hi, Tony.
Hi there.
How did you build this guy?
Last year what I did is I just had a couple of drills, basically, one on each side of the robot. And it took up a lot of space. And I figured, well, this year, why don't I just take the motors and the gearboxes out of the drills and use those? And I put them mounted to these little plastic pieces right here on the robot. And then attach them to the wheels here, the little nut bolt essentially that's cut off and made for it. That's basically the whole drive system this year, and it's really compact, which is really nice, easily removable, replaceable. So I'm really happy with that. The wheels are bigger this year, and so it's faster naturally. Also, I've got more batteries this year, so more voltage means the motors spin faster, so the whole thing's faster this year.
I noticed you have fans in there to cool it.
Yeah, those things get really hot. They're only meant to run for 5-10 seconds at a time when you're drilling something, so when you're running for 5 minutes, they really heat up.
And you're running with the Vantech?
Yes, that is a Vantech RDFR 36. It is the one unit down from the one that Law Machine and a lot of the heavyweights use. And the one problem with the motors I use is that they draw a lot of current, and that means that it needs a really robust speed controller. The fans here on either side of it are used to cool the motors. They really help a lot.
What is the shell, the casing made of?
The shell is just galvanized 26 gauge steel, basically. I went to a sheet metal guy. He made it for me for 30 bucks. Yeah, I went through a whole bunch of shells trying to figure out the right one, but at $30 isn't very much money compared to like what a lot of these guys spend. And I put like the front plastic sheet on it, and I made the front metal bar there to protect against anybody hitting me and scoop up, and the side hinges there so people hopefully don't get under me. We'll see.
Okay, looks very impressive, just like last year, and you will probably wind up being the one to beat again. You have the trophy to defend.
It's a big articulated cell. It basically wags behind itself and then gives a hammer at the end at the pretty high speeds. It tries to punch holes in with this. So it's kind of spring loaded. As you push it, it springs back and forth.
in its entirety over the last 2 days in a space about that big.
Those look like those came from the power drills.
Those were the handles of these drills. As I figured, I already had the battery pack built. Why not use it? Well, I may end up using some backup batteries I've got because they're about the same voltage as some electrical car batteries. They're easier to recharge. These are like a 4-hour recharge on these things.
So you have your Vantech.
Yeah.
That's the Vantech.
Vantech is wonderful. Little expensive, but makes life a lot easier on the wiring. Paint covered with a layer of sheet metal and duct tape. Holes drilled to let my spikes through.
So Spiny Norman's keeping with his spiny appearance.
I might put in some more spines to make it look a little bushier. I want shorter spines this year because they don't bend as much.
Back for his 4th year at Robot
Yeah.
World. One of the originals.
I've always been about one of the cheapest and lightest robots every year. Every year I say this year's going to be different. I'm going to start earlier. Every year I start about a week beforehand or so. And spend the last day here weighing drilling holes and still putting everything together. Still putting the front wheels on.
It wouldn't be Robot Wars without Spiny Norman.
That's why I had to be here.
Fuzzy looks like we use Makita drills for his power supply. He spins in RPMs to power this. Using a Vantech speed controller. He's also the Taba. Very simple, basic design. It has a little cat face on the front. Very cute. Can you describe some things about the mechanics we're looking at here?
Sure, everything was built from mostly parts that we had laying around. We took a Makita trim saw, which is a little circular saw, and it's going to have tank-type steering, which is what most people have here. We made an electromechanical steering mechanism. We used servos to do forward and reverse by controlling this trigger.
What kind of batteries are you using?
Just regular NiCads out of a rechargeable drill.
What is the primary weapon on this robot?
That this spike, basically, this is mounted here. So here we go. Pulls the weapon back. Stay on the side. What it does is fires forward. Somebody's got to ram the front of it. Fire. And it reloads itself. So that's the spike. Now it forward. It has a variable trigger attached to a servo. The servo's hooked to a can. The reverse is hard on, it's just a switch. So it's our getaway. Hard reverse, and it's individually controlled. So you're getting right and left, just like a tank. So we can do real hard reverse on one side and real hard forward on the other and get a real tight spin from it. You can see it's just copper pipes, pieces of antenna. This is the drill. We cannibalized 2 rechargeable 12-volt drills to get the variable resistors, servos out of an RC car. This is a Genie garage door opener. This is how the Genie garage door opener fires. Okay. And, the Genie garage door opener we had from other older projects. And this is a rechargeable screwdriver that we cannibalized. And it has a gear mechanism in here. Reduces the gear, it's a tiny little motor, but the gear reduction is so strong that it's powerful enough to pull those springs back. And I'm in the midst of fine-tuning our triggering mechanism, which seems to hang up a little bit.
Okay, and what is this housing, the casing, going to be made of?
See, it's just fiberglass with a foam center. It's like a beefed up steroid lizard or something.
Okay, it looks really good. Good luck. Gary and Lauren Klein, who won last year with Strangest Design for Spunky Monkey. Now they're back with Bad Monkey. Can you tell us a bit about the changes you made, Gary?
Yeah, well, he got flipped last year, and so the design this year doesn't matter if he's flipped or not. because he can go either up, right side or upside down, doesn't matter. He's got a new hat. He's got some legs. Lori made some legs for him. He's got some new sunglasses and new shirt. He's got the bad boy look. And he's definitely mad after last year's Robot Wars, even though he got the trophy and a whole lot of cash, which he spent to buy his sister Mona a new car. So his drivetrain is 2 motors with a chain drive, and the motors run at about 6,000 RPM, and that's about it.
What's his top speed?
I don't really know.
I don't know how fast he can go.
I can't run as fast as him.
He outruns you in the arena.
He outruns me. Yeah, and he definitely outswings me through the trees. So.
Okay. Well, good luck, and thank you very much.
Thank you.
All righty, let's kick off this match, ladies and gentlemen. 5,
5,
there last year, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Any differences?
Yeah, he's made a few changes to it. Frankly, for me, I've been working on this robot, and the biggest advantage of having that one along is that we got more pit passes.
But but slow-mo is pretty much the same as he was last year, would you say?
Oh no, okay, he made a major change. Last year he had the motors connected in series. This year they're in parallel. That should give him a lot more power.
And is the weapon system and pretty much and drivetrain and all that's the same?
The primary weapon on this is the scooter there. The plastic that sticks down to the floor should get underneath the robot and flip it. That's I think what he has in mind with that one. The door on top is brand new. You used to have to take the lid off, and it was just too inconvenient.
And he added a door. Okay, thank you very much.